Ladies and gentlemen, who will it be in round 2? From the Arise and Renew corner, the challenger from East Central St. Andrew, Peter David Phillips.
We will not lose.
And the champion representing Team PNP from Southwest St. Andrew, Portia Simpson Miller.
September 20 will be a September to remember.
Who will it be?
5 days before the leadership showdown, and it's down to the wire for the People's National Party. On Sunday, Portia Simpson Miller and Peter Phillips were out trying to drum up last-minute support. Nadine McLeod has more.
It's crunch time and both camps are trying to muster up as much support as possible. The incumbent, Portia Simpson Miller, was out on Sunday trying to prove she's worthy to keep the top job. With her eyes set on the next general election, Mrs. Simpson Miller tried to convince hundreds of delegates that she has the right management skills to win. At the Team PNP public rally, choosing a victor was already a done deal.
They can play all the games they want to play today, tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. When the dust settles on Saturday, I will be the president of the People's National Party.
But across town, the man who wants to snatch the position from Mrs. Simpson Miller was also confident. Peter Phillips was using a different strategy to gain the same outcome. For him, it was a trip down memory lane and a call to bring back the old-time politics in the PNP. He too was trying to convince hundreds of supporters.
One of the things in my days as a younger youth, one of the things that thrilled me about the People's National Party was to go to conference and see some people take on Michael Manley when he was at the height of his powers, come every year, express them views, disagree with them, and to watch him respect them, treat them with respect and dignity, and entertain any idea from any comrade anywhere in the People's National Party. That is the tradition of the People's National Party that we must arise and renew.
Strategies aside, the ugly turn that the leadership campaign has taken couldn't be avoided by either camp. Amidst the calls for united PNP, both leaders were armed with examples of infighting.
But Comrade Azan can attest to the fact that delegates, the bossman, to take delegates from one division in his constituency was called and told no need for the bus again because this meeting was cancelled.
Don't succumb to intimidation. Don't listen to no threat. Don't respond to any threat. Don't watch no plan like them trying to get people sign piece of paper and say them pledge this and pledge that. The time for the decision is when you are in the ballot box and when you mark your ballot and put it inside there.
And the final vote tally is exactly what the nation is waiting for. Nadine McLeod, TVJ News.
It's nearing D-Day for the presidential and vice presidential candidates of the People's National Party, the PNP. Addressing Team PNP delegates and supporters at the National Indoor Sports Complex yesterday, Party President Portia Simpson Miller was more intent on highlighting how the JLP government is bad for the country. She also argued why it is that the delegates need to ensure that a Portia Simpson Miller opposition is returned to government. Dara Smith has the details.
With 4 days to go before the PNP leadership runoff, party president and opposition leader Portia Simpson Miller sought to spend most of her presentation to delegates blasting the current administration. She believes the one-year anniversary of the Jamaica Labour Party-led government is nothing to celebrate, especially with the runaway prices now facing Jamaicans. But she had to spend some time on another issue that has clearly irritated the opposition in recent weeks, that of the appointment of political activists to sensitive government positions. According to Mrs. Simpson Miller, there is no longer public sector neutrality, as what is now being experienced is the victimization of professional Jamaicans.
What is being said on the street is that this government is ensuring a greening of sensitive positions of government and a greening of important boards of government and institutions. This is a movement away from the neutrality of the public service that was maintained under several administrations.
The opposition leader had some questions for the Prime Minister which she believes need urgent answers, such as the recent blunder in the Jamaica Constabulary Force with the purchasing of ammunition from an illegal dealer. Mrs. Simpson Miller says Jamaica has never suffered such blunders as experienced within this last year by the Bruce Golding-led administration. But the woman who at the end of the next 5 days may not hold her current position was oozing in confidence.
When the dust settles on Saturday, I will be the president of the people.
She said the opposition party has to reclaim the seat of government and promised to address the public session of the conference next month on what she called her progressive agenda. This agenda will include the economy as well as domestic and foreign policy.
It's not about the PNP retaining power for personal reasons. It is about the PNP getting back to the service of the people of this country with an agenda to raise the standard of living of the masses of the people of the country. The agenda was derailed, but only temporarily.
Dara Smith, CBM News.
Meanwhile, with less than a week to go before those elections, that's on Saturday, Dr. Peter Phillips was drumming up support for his Arise and Renew campaign. As we hear in this report from Andrea Chisholm, Dr. Phillips, who was addressing a delegates rally at the Tarrant High School in St. Andrew, called for the re-establishment of certain party traditions.
This song clearly expresses the objective of PNP presidential candidate Dr. Peter Phillips, who basked in a feeling of nostalgia during his presentation to comrades. Dr. Phillips has consistently spoken on this campaign about the need for the party to remain true to its democratic principle over freedom of expression. Is this a veiled attack on the current leadership style of the incumbent?
One of the things that thrilled me about the People's National Party was to go to conference and see some people take on Michael Manley when he was at the height of his powers, come every year, express them views, disagree with them, and to watch him respect them, treat them with respect and dignity, and entertain any idea from any comrade anywhere in the People's National Party. That is the tradition of the People's National Party that we must arise and renew.
The presidential candidate also called for a type of politics that aims to unite and not divide the country. Though not explaining how that will be achieved considering the current political climate in which party politics often divides, Dr. Phillips had this to say.
We need a politics that puts national objectives on the same level as we put winning elections. This party was formed to build a better Jamaica. We run elections because we wanted to build a better Jamaica. We wasn't just formed to run election. Some of our best days and some of our greatest accomplishments were in times when we were in opposition. We don't want to remain in opposition, but we want to keep in front of us what is the mission of building a better Jamaica for everyone.
So on Sunday, the challenger urged the delegates to arise and renew the PNP. With this election being a historic one for the party, all eyes will no doubt be fixed on September 20. Andrea Chisholm, CVM News.